Hello guys, and thank you very much for joining me once again for the Defense of the Australians Summer Tournament here. We're going to be playing a nice little game of Dota 2. We've got here today two pretty cool teams. We've got We Pucked Up, I love that name, We Pucked Up versus Defenstrative Apocalypse here, and we're just about to get started on the picks here. Immediate Venomancer ban. It's the same thing that we saw with Defenstrative Apocalypse in the last game. Defenstrative Apocalypse, of course, being the team that did a very good job of beating Rest Gaming in the last game. We saw a really weird draft, a very right-click minus armor type of draft from Defenstrative Apocalypse, or DA. But it turned out to work out in their favour. They ended up right-clicking their way all the way down to the Ancients, and just getting a win out of that. Visage the immediate ban by We Pucked Up. I'm not too familiar with the team We Pucked Up. I'm pretty sure they are a new team. I don't think they were here in the last season. But hopefully we'll see a couple of cool things happen here. One of those cool things is we've seen a Bristleback ban. I'm pretty sure they were the first two bans by Defenstrative Apocalypse. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they're a little bit worried about the team fights. Maybe they just don't like the heroes. And an immediate Alchemist pick by DA there. We Pucked Up. I'm not really sure what the draft is going to be here for either team. Defenstrative Apocalypse, they may go for the same right-click minus armor draft. Frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think it would be absolutely amazing because they did it so well last game, and to have them go into the finals with a draft that's quite unique, I reckon that would be definitely very, very interesting. But let's see how We Pucked Up are going to play this draft. Let's see how they're going to respond to Defenstrative Apocalypse. If they were watching the last game, maybe they'll be able to make sort of picks to counter that. Crystal Maiden, first pick, is sort of a counter because it means that they can go early roaming. It means that they can shut down farm reliant carries. It means that they can have a huge effect on the game just by just by using that Crystal Maiden, utilizing that Crystal Maiden, and very good teamfight potential. Wind Ranger being the second pick there. Once again, one of those very roamy heroes. Has power shot, can move around the map quite easily, has a solid escape. I'm thinking she might be an offlane type of hero. Maybe we'll see her in the offlane. Maybe we'll see her as a support. Maybe we'll see her as a roaming support. Maybe we'll see her as a farming support. She's one of those versatile types of people as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Ooh, an OD pick and a Razor ban. An OD pick and a Razor ban for DA here. OD, obvious mid hero here. He could be played as a hard carry. I haven't seen an OD hard carry in a very long time.
10 seconds remaining.
But it's definitely a good pick. He definitely can go in the hard carry position. He can have a sort of semi-support role in mid, in which case he can initiate very well. Just an overall well-picked hero. And not something that you see every day. The Luna's been the ban there, so We Pucked Up, definitely trying to get those types of right-click heroes down, especially ones with huge carry potential such as Luna. I'm just going to do a quick check of my mic, see if everything is working absolutely fine. Looks like it is. Okay, awesome. Getting back into this game here, DA are deciding what they want their fourth ban to be. They probably want to run their bans around their draft rather than around We Pucked Up's draft, to try and see if they can really get the most out of their heroes. And they have gone with Timbersaw. Looks like they don't want tanky. Looks like they don't want that 1v1 kill potential. I imagine Clockwork might be another good ban for DA if they're looking for those kinds of heroes. We Pucked Up, I'm not sure what they're going to ban. I'm honestly not sure of DA's draft, but it looks like they're the ones who ban the Clockwork to prevent initiation, because they've already got OD initiation and follow-up initiation from Clockwork, or even an initial from Clockwork, and then OD being some sort of crowd control while they take down the guy in the cogs. Definitely a very good combo, and they probably don't want to see that happen alongside the Alchemist with the acid spray there. So we've already seen a couple of combos that have already been spotted out, that have already been they're trying to sniff out these sorts of combos, and it looks like it's working out well for them. Keeper of the Light, third pick here, another one of these really good supports for harass, for roaming. You can basically call your carry in from anywhere on the map. Definitely a solid hero, and such a difficult hero to lane against. Like, you have to make sure you know where he is, when he's going to cast his Illuminate. I didn't know whether it was Illuminance or Illuminate. Or Luminous.
10 seconds remaining.
Slark the pickup on DA here. We saw Slark feed in the early game and then completely make up for it and completely wreck in the late game. He was doing so well with that roaming. He was doing so well with those ganks. We'd love to see that sort of thing again from Slark. Slark being a very strong hero, not so much early game. Like, he can have potential early game with his pounce, but in the mid game is where he absolutely shines out. The Dark Pact means that he can remove debuffs. The Essence Shift means that he can steal agility for himself. And the Shadow Dance helps him to steal that agility, so he just snowballs. He doesn't snowball in the game, he snowballs in a fight. Huge response there with Anti-Fun. We've got an Anti-mage response pick here. I'm not sure how Anti-mage is going to do against a team like this. He's definitely going to be a hassle against OD. I don't think he's going to be much of a hassle against Slark. But it means that he can contest him. He can contest the Slark off lane. That Anti-mage will be able to really put pressure on the off lane. And Bane is the response there, and I know why Bane. Bane is the counter to Anti-mage. Bane is the anti-blink. What he does is he just Fiend's Grip, and you've locked in Anti-mage in a fight. The range isn't very long, but if you rush a BKB on Bane, it doesn't really matter. Nobody can shut off that Fiend's Grip enough for the enemy to come in and try and kill him.
5 seconds remaining.
Final ban here by We Pucked Up.
Reserve time.
It looks like both of these teams really do have a plan in mind. We Pucked Up going for the traditional farm carry sort of thing, and wanting to put a lot of effort onto their anti-mage, especially with these support heroes, these sort of strong gank, sort of early shutdown support heroes. They banned the Lifestealer there. Probably a good ban against these heroes, maybe, that sort of tanky hero. I wonder what DA is going to ban. Maybe they've already got a hard carry in mind. Maybe they're going to play Slark as a hard carry. I can't really see it happening. It's a hard carry against an anti-mage, but it definitely could. Definitely could. I struggle to think where this lineup is going. So they actually banned Viper. Now, they did pick Viper last game in mid, and it did a lot of damage. Viper really did a lot of damage. He got a triple kill, at least a double kill in almost every team fight. Looks like they pick Weaver as an off lane, yeah? So I'm thinking Weaver mid, maybe? Weaver mid, Windrunner... No, Windrunner mid, Weaver off lane, and a tri-lane with Anti-mage. Could be dual lanes. I think dual lanes are amazing. I absolutely love dual lanes. It also helps out with pubbies who definitely prefer dual lanes. But I'm not really sure. This is definitely a good lineup in which you can switch the heroes around. You could put Anti-mage mid. You wouldn't put him against you just wouldn't put him against an OD. But if for any reason DA switch around, then you can switch Anti-mage into mid. Maybe. Yeah, you can have Weaver mid, you can have Windrunner mid, you can have CM mid if you want that sort of aggressive supporting Crystal Maiden who can also roam. But she'll probably play a support. She'll probably play a roaming support alongside Wind Ranger and possibly Keeper of the Light. DA's final pick here. They're not absolutely set on this final pick. They want to try and pick a hero that tries to counter this team rather than just the anti-mage. And I'm not really sure here. I'm thinking maybe a secondary support like a Jakiro. Jakiro definitely good, solid stun. They could go for something like Avenge as well to start up on the anti-mage. But I'd rather see some pushing. They've only really got the Alchemist in terms of pushing potential. So I'd love to see some sort of pushing, something like maybe a Leshrac, maybe even a Furion for pushing. I'd love to see Chen, but we all know Chen isn't going to happen. Looks like they picked Slardar, so they have gone for this minus armor thing again with Alchemist and Slardar, and I know they'll be picking up amulets, medallions and things like that. Oh, looks like you're not getting any audio from me again. Oh goodness, hopefully the Twitch guys, hopefully there's no problem with the Twitch. I have checked the audio twice. Okay, hopefully it'll work now. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, so that should be working now, fine. We're going to be getting into this game. Let's go through the teams here while it's paused. Okay, let's take a look at we pucked up here. We've got Weaver probably playing the off lane, potentially mid. We've got a hard carry anti-mage, Funky Monkey. Shadow Weaver? I like that. Shadow Reaver on the Weaver. Guys, that's terrible. Sorry about that. But Funky Monkey playing the anti-fun. We've got Davy, or Davy, playing Keeper of the Light here, probably in a supporting role, in a tri-lane supporting role. We've got Wind Ranger. Looks like they're all going to move into the forest here, or maybe Wind Ranger is going to be the second support. And we're going to have a mid Crystal Maiden. Oh, I'd love to see that. We've got Jerk on the Crystal Maiden here. Crystal Maiden and WAH Ninja playing the Wind Runner. The Wind Ranger, I should say. The name was recently changed to Wind Ranger. Zodius is here on the Slark. He's going to be playing an off-lane Slark. We've got Out of Control on the Outworld Devourer, which is, I'm pretty sure that's something that he says. Anachromatic is playing the Alchemist here. And we've got Sydney playing the Bane. Sydney playing the Bane. And we've also got Slardar going top as the hard carry. Burner playing the hard carry again. With a couple of solid supports. Alchemist probably going to be roaming. Bane can definitely be roaming once he gets level 6. Out of Control can definitely go roaming. OD can definitely go roaming. And Slark is just going to try and farm up experience and try to get the late game. Try and get into the late game. Awesome, guys. Looks like we might see some action already. Sydney is going quite far up ahead. But he's just really scouting out the rune here.
The battle begins.
Oh, he's a little bit scared of the Wind Runner, but the rune has spawned bottom. It is an illusion rune, and we are underway on this game. We pucked up versus Defenstrative Apocalypse. Illusion rune cancelled there by the Keeper of the Light. He could have used it to harass the Slark out of lane. I'm not sure why he didn't take it and then use the illusions to really push Slark, because what he can do is he can just trade hits. You can just send him in one at a time and just absolutely scare the hell out of Slark. Maybe he wants Slark to come into lane so that he can use the Illuminate on him, which is just absolutely brilliant harass, as we know. There's no ward here, unfortunately. There's a ward up here. Probably a solid place for a ward. Oh, Ninja has already started some trading with Sydney, and Sydney's just going to push him out of lane. Very well done by Sydney there, but he does take a tower hit, which is a bit of a shame. He's going to tango up there and continue with that. Looks like there might be a bit of a wraparound here for the Slark. No, Slark's just going to take a couple of last hits. He's got the Stout Shield. He should be absolutely fine. Ninja popping the salve to counteract that little bit of harass, but that's a salve lost and it's only a minute in. Out of Control is really pushing this Weaver completely out of Shikuchi range even. It's only 60 mana, but if he casts that Astral Imprisonment every time, he's definitely going to be able to push him out of the lane. Not working brilliantly on those last hits now, and the right click from Weaver is able to harass him out of lane because of the Geminate attack. Looks like Slark is playing ultra defensively. He's going to go check to see if there's been pulling. There has been pulling, but he's a little bit too late on it already. Looks like there has been a double pull through, and he is going to find the Coddle here and probably take the last hit on these creeps. Yep. Definitely taking the last hit. Oh, there's been an initiation here. A follow-up stun onto the Wind Ranger, who goes down. First blood given to the Slark there. Bit of out of position play by the Wind Ranger there, and it is going to put her back, unfortunately.
Missing double down on sorcery.
Anti-mage taking up that double damage rune there. And we do have a smoke gank here with Sydney and Anachromatic, and they might be able to get this Weaver here, but it doesn't look like it. The lane is going to push soon though, and you can see OD is he's been swarmed. So maybe this Weaver is going to double take. No, is he? Are they going to come in? They are going to come in now, so there's probably a lot of communication here. And there's already been a shutdown here, and they're going to try and take him down. Are they going to be able to reach him? Are they going to be able to reach him? No, they're not going to be able to reach him, unfortunately. So that is a self-stun by the Alchemist there, unfortunately. Weaver getting out of there very much intact. So an unfortunate gank going right there. Ninja, knowing that the two are out of lane, she's trying to get as much farm as she can. She's got the ward here, so she knows whether they're coming around.
Cut bait.
And she's just trying to harass the Slardar here. But Slardar's tank, he is already, doesn't even have, he's only got Iron Branches. He's 758 on the HP meter. But it looks like they've, the Wind Ranger has seen him there. And they know that there's a ward here, so they're going to take down this ward. That ward immediately goes down. So Slardar, it looks like Slardar is going to go for the Hand of Midas. Just waiting for that to come out here. Been a bit of action in mid. Out of control is really going to push this Weaver out, who can't really use the Shikuchi. You've got to be really careful with that Shikuchi in case you need to use it to get away. Oh, looks like there's been another initiation onto the Wind Ranger here. What are we going to see? We're going to see her. We're going to see her waste. Absolutely waste her thing, and she is just going to go absolutely down to Bane, who is going to use the Brain Sap on that. This is such a shame for the Wind Ranger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Who's on 2 deaths already. That's such a shame there. The Keeper of the Light dying to creeps. Oh, there you go, dying to jungle creeps. Obviously trying to jungle there and not doing a good enough job. Losing a death there. Not really inconveniencing him at this stage. Slark jumping all the way back here. He wants to go for the courier, but he knows he's not going to get it, so he's going to back off. Oh, looks like there has been a kill here in mid. OD going for that Weaver, getting that kill.
Radiant's middle tower is
There hasn't
under
been much
attack.
on this tri-lane going on here. They're just really watching Anti-mage just sort of farm up here. But it means that the roamers on the enemy team, on DA, are doing an absolutely great job of just absolutely shutting down these heroes. They're putting a lot of pressure on the Weaver. They're helping out the OD. They're helping out the Slardar, because the Slardar's just basically gotten free farm this entire game. And Slark, however, he doesn't have as much free farm, but if we look at his net worth, he hasn't died,
Tis
so he's going to
mine.
be up there. He's actually really close. He's actually doing better than the Weaver, who does have a death, which is, interestingly enough, looks like there might be another initiation onto the Wind Ranger there. Will they be able to follow it up? They do stun the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger's going to go down to Slardar again. That is the third death to the Wind Ranger. Very unfortunately, she's just caught out of position. But this Bane Alchemist is just such a strong combo. Bane Alchemist Slardar means that it's just... You've got every combo pretty much known there that works. Looks like Slark has tried to jump on the... Anti-mage. No, she tried to jump on the Crystal Maiden, didn't get the kill there. Then was harassed out of lane by the Anti-mage, who's going the 2-2-2 build, the Burning build. Taking his mana down quite considerably there. Oh, brilliant pull through here. I find that so hard to do. I just find it so hard to do.
Dire's top tower is
Well
under
done to them.
attack.
And it looks like the Keeper of the Light has roamed to try and help out the Wind Ranger here, who isn't doing very well. Are they going to follow this up as well? Don't think they are. Pretty sure they're just going to leave her. They're just going to harass her. They're just going to harass her out. Yep. Smart play there, because the Slark's just farming and he's not worried about it. It looks like he did pop a sprint. Maybe he thought he could get there and then they just sort of backed off. Slark going back to base, a little bit worried about his health, which is fair enough, which means that he might be able to get a pick off on the Crystal Maiden here if he's on full health for whatever reason the Anti-mage is out of lane. Has there already been an Observer Ward pickup?
There it goes.
Oh, Observer Ward. No, I'm thinking of Gem. Yes, fair enough, yes. Looks like Bane, level 4 only, is going to come into mid. Maybe pick up this Weaver. Can he? Yes, he can. Are they going to be able to? He is full mana, unfortunately, which means that he can't cast his ult. A little bit pointless. But they are going to push him out of lane. He is going to have to pop his wand. And they are going to try and dive, but that Bane's going to have to go back to base because of that. Slark getting a couple of free hits here. Slark has now fallen well behind the Anti-mage, but the Anti-mage is still being beat by both OD and Slardar here. Taking a look at the graphs, definitely in favour of DA here. Gold graph is going to be about the same. It is about the same. Both in favour to DA. We've had an initiate here. Can he? And he does! He's stunned! Huge stun! And that's immediate follow-up kill. Burner immediately taking that. Using the amplify damage. I can't believe that the Windrunner was there with the amplify damage on him. It just doesn't make any sense to me why you'd wait in the shop with amplify damage on you. Looks like OD is going to beat... No, the Anti-mage does blink in. Does beat him. That's alright. They can't really chase him down. Weaver's going to try and get some harass. He puts out the swarm, but he's just going to farm that swarm. (6-0) for DA. It's not looking very good for We Pucked Up unless they can take a really late game and give that Anti-mage a lot of farm. They haven't targeted the Anti-mage yet, which is interesting. The question is, will they target the Anti-mage eventually? It looks like they are roaming downwards, but there's 4 heroes here. There's 4 heroes here. This might not be the best option.
Radiant's middle tower
Looks
is
like this
under attack.
might be a follow-up here. No, the Anti-mage has gone in. He's taken a couple of right clicks at Bane. Slark has decided to jump in. He might get the kill. He does get the kill on the Crystal Maiden. He's got level 6, which means that he will be able to harass this Anti-mage pretty much out of lane. And that'll be the end of it. The Swarm by the Weaver, they get out with just 1 hero. I mean, they get out with 1 hero. That's really well done. OD, meanwhile, just farming ahead. He's almost gotten his mech and it's 10 minutes in, so really well farmed by the OD here, who is on the highest on the net worth scale.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look here, Slardar jumping onto this. Will he be able? He won't be able to kill her, but he will be able to sprint after her. Maybe even get the kill. He might. He might. He's got the stun. He's going to follow it up. He can now solo the Wind Ranger. This isn't looking very good for We Pucked Up at all. Looking down here, looks like Anachromatic pinging something. They're probably looking at the ward here. The ward setting up for these supports to see if the supports are in here. Very good warding by both of the teams, by the way. This ward is especially important. I quite like this ward because it means that the Wind Ranger can farm safely. Unfortunately, not anymore. Are we going to see another initiation here by Bane? Bane's looking around. They see that they're all near the tower. Slark has jumped up onto the Wind Ranger, who's going to go down again. The Illuminate goes through, but they're not going to get enough right click. Oh, and he jumps onto the Anti-mage that might just get right click down. He doesn't get right click down, unfortunately. Slark, they've got another couple of kills. It's 10-0 for DA here. And the right click from Anti-mage is not enough to contest Anachromatic's Alchemist. Sydney looking at this double damage rune. He's just holding it here for maybe one of the other carries. Is he going to take it himself, or is no? OD pops the haste, and he's going to go down to the DD later on. Oh, there's been a slow on Anachromatic. Is this going to be the first kill? This is going to be the first kill. First kill for We Pucked Up, taking away that support Alchemist. So that's not ideal, but it definitely could be worse. That double damage rune ended up not being taken by the Bane. The Bane, who is level 5, who is very, very close to level 6 now. Once he gets level 6, then it will seriously change around. So they have seen the Anti-mage take that double damage rune, which I don't agree with. I really think that the CM should take that double damage rune and then go roaming with it, because what's going to happen now is... looks like there's been a bit of a pause. It looks like Wind Ranger is lagging. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like Anachromatic saying that's quite rude, and they're just taking it lightly, which is fair enough. But hopefully it's one of those definitely take lightly things. Bit of a pause here. Let's take a look at quickly through the items. The Orb of Venom going on the Slark. He's probably going to upgrade that to a Skadi. Skadi working very well on Slark, definitely. The Bane now has level 6, so he's definitely going to go back to base, and he's going to try and set up as many kills as he can with that Fiend's Grip while he has it out. OD. Having not taken the rune top, looks like the rune was taken bottom. And here as well with a Slark. He's got the Blink Dagger already. Hey, him having a Blink Dagger at, what's this, 13 minutes in, means that not only can he now solo that Wind Ranger, he can now solo basically anyone. They're just trying to counter push this tower. We haven't seen any strong pushes quite yet. Might be a roam downwards. Slark is just going to be harassed by that Crystal Maiden with that Crystal Nova. But nothing's going to come out of it. Looks like the team is going to roam. It seems pretty obvious that they maybe want to push this tower, so they're definitely going to come in and defend here. There's been an initiation on that Crystal Maiden that goes down. That's half the health already, and one more click means Slark takes out that Crystal Maiden. That makes it 11-1. Very unfortunate position that DA is in at the moment. Is there going to be a counter push here? No, they're just going to look for heroes. They're Fiend's Grip the Anti-mage, which I don't think was the smartest idea. They will be able to follow it up though. Alchemist takes that death. Now they can dive in. Can they get him? Can they get him? Can they get him before the... Oh, yes, they do get him. Or did he actually go back to base? No, they do get him, and they will be able to charge him down. And now they can just push down this tower with absolute impunity. Right-click down this tower after getting a couple of deaths. After ganking that Anti-mage, this game isn't looking in favour of We Pucked Up at all, unfortunately. They pucked up big time. First tower is going to go to DA. Meanwhile, Ninja is pushing down this middle tower, but out of control is just going to TP back in, and he's just going to right click down this tower. It looks like DA really want to push this. It looks like they're taking it to the tier 2 tower. I'm not sure how smart that is, seeing as they do have a Weaver pushing their top tower as well. But it looks like they just want to invoke fear. I don't know what Alchemist is doing here. Maybe they want to bait something out. Alchemist has gone in for the Keeper of the Light, and there's a jump in by Slark, who's stunned 3! Stunned 3 with his stun. He's going to take him down. Is he going to be able to chase down this Windrunner? He's going to go in. He's going to go in all for it, and he's going to end up taking down that Windrunner. Triple kill for the Slardar there, and they're going to take down this tier 2 tower once again with absolute impunity. Absolutely well done by DA, taking the early game, which means that they have a clear ride straight into the late game now. Looks like they see Anti-mage there. Looks like they want to wrap around. They want to see him. Are they going to be able to see him? They are. Do they have another Fiend's Grip? They don't even need to use it. They follow it up. Alchemist. Absolutely well done there. With the stun there. Slardar getting the final word with his stun. Absolutely amazing play by DA here. This looks like it's going to be an absolute whitewash. They're going to push another tower. There's been an attack on the Weaver already. Weaver having to use the time lapse just for that little bit. It looks like Alchemist wants to get someone. Does he get a triple stun? He does get a triple stun in here. The OD ult absolutely melting them. Another couple of hits. It's going to take down the Crystal Maiden. Slardar unfortunately going down. Bane unfortunately going down to the tower, but it doesn't matter at this point. 20-3, they can dive. They can push down these towers. Absolutely amazingly done. Slardar might even be able to get another initiation here. Are they going to go for this anti-mage? No, they're just going to back up. Probably well done. They don't want to overstay their welcome. Or are they? Are they going to go for it? Slark, all he has to do is stand in the shadows and he's full health again, as you can see there. Huge regen. Question is he going to go? They're going to stay in there? They're going to stay in there. They've got a charge start it up. They're not going to be able to follow it up. Don't get close to your teammates. Oh, you can. Yeah. Looks like they're going to continue putting a lot of pressure onto this tier 2 middle tower. They've immediately gotten that Weaver there. They are going to follow it up with a stun, and then they just one right click. That Bane, just one right click, completely melting that Weaver. And it looks like there's an initiation here. The Anti-mage, they've taken down the Anti-mage. Slark has jumped on that Anti-mage. Really nice save there on the Slark by the OD. That's 2 down. Already Slark with the BKB and that Illuminate doing absolutely nothing. They can push down this tower with ease. That's 3 towers in almost super quick succession. And, oh, that wasn't very good for the Alchemist. The Alchemist is going to have to be careful there. There's been a jump out onto that Windrunner. Is the Windrunner going to be able to take him down? No. Looks like he has taken down Bane, trying to say that's like there's a jump in onto the Crystal Maiden. The Crystal Maiden's down. There's nothing. There's nothing they can do. Illuminate also almost catching him out. That ulti doing absolutely nothing. Are they going to follow up on this Anti-mage? They can, but they won't. Illuminate coming in there. They really have to be careful with this Illuminate. They're thinking they might have overstayed their welcome. Maybe Slark's going to TP back. Fair enough. Sorry, Slardar's going to TP back. Slark's just going to roam around. Maybe he can get a solo kill and a support. Who knows? And OD went top to clear out this creep wave, get a little bit of farm. Awesomely done there. He's already level 14. Look at the net worth. Bane is the only one with the lowest net worth, and he's been buying wards and planting this absolutely amazing wards that give vision throughout the entire map. He's got arcane boots. That's all you really need on that kind of roaming support. Looks like Slark might be picked off here. Is he going to turn and fight? No, he might. He jumps on this Crystal Maiden. He wants to get a kill on this Crystal Maiden. He's going to get the kill. The mana burn not affecting him. And the Fiend's Grip picking up this Weaver, but nothing's going to happen with that Weaver, unfortunately. And Hachi running right into the fray, out of control, just saying, "Nope, you ain't running anymore. You're dead." And that's the death there. And they can now get back to pushing this tower. So of course, it's not Slark. Alchemist is going to TP in. And they're just gonna continue pushing this tower. They're just gonna deal a lot of damage to these creatures. They're just gonna push right through mid. They can swing to top. They can take out that top tower. I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do. That is what they're gonna do. They're gonna take out this top tower. He's already taking a couple of hits. It's just complete domination by Demonstrative Apocalypse here. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Odie getting the last hit on that tower. Not like he needs any more farm. He's almost got a sheep stick. I'm guessing he's going for a sheep stick. And he doesn't almost have a sheep stick, I should say. He's only got 1 bit. But he's still got 1 bit for a sheep stick, and it's only 20 minutes in. So he's done really, really well. This Alchemist really wants to dive. He's going to go deep. He's going to catch the Crystal Maiden. The Crystal Maiden is going to die to the Slark. Simply, that's how it's going to go. It's a huge ult there by Out of Control. Now they're going to take the Weaver, who does Shikuchi out. Not much more they can do about it. Ninja is going to be taken down again. He's going to be stunned. Godlike double kill on that Slark. GG is called. That is the end of that game, guys. That was a complete whitewash. Completely one-sided towards DA. We pucked up, unfortunately pucked up. That's 31-4. Absolutely amazing play here. Let's take a quick look at the graphs, because it's just action the entire game. It's gone completely flat into the 20,000 region. I'm guessing it was well over 20,000, maybe even 30,000 difference there. Brilliantly played by both of these teams. Huge effect by DA. Just amazingly done. I'd love to see him in the next couple of games. I'm really rooting him on now. Thank you very much to all of those who joined me. Absolutely amazing game. Guys, if you want to catch more of my streams, definitely stay tuned here, or go on to twitch.tv/Defense of the Australians to catch all of the highlights and all of the games. Definitely hit the follow on my streams so that you can catch up with all of these games and a lot more absolutely amazing content. Thanks a lot, guys.